The Black Death killed nearly half of Europe. But what if I told you it also created the modern world? When the plague swept across Europe in the 1300s, it didn't care who you were. Peasant, priest, noble, child. Entire towns emptied. Fields went wild. Church bells rang until there was no one left to bury the dead. But when the plague finally burned itself out, something unexpected happened. There weren't enough workers, and for the first time in medieval history, laborers had power. Before the plague, peasants were bound to land. They couldn't leave. They worked for scraps. After the plague, landowners begged for help. Wages rose. Peasants moved freely between estates. Some refused unfair masters. Imagine surviving a world-ending disease, and then realizing you no longer had to bow the same way. But it wasn't just economics that changed. Faith changed. People had watched priests die like everyone else. They had prayed alone, buried loved ones alone, survived alone. So religion became more personal. Less about fear of hell, more about compassion. Communities became tighter. Survivors rebuilt houses together, shared food, took in orphaned children. They had seen the world end, and that made small kindnesses sacred. Even art began to change. Painters stopped showing only golden saints and began painting ordinary faces. Writers began asking deeper questions about life, death, and human worth. Within a century, Europe would enter the Renaissance, an age of learning, art, and questioning authority, and the roots of that rebirth. They lie in the ashes of the plague. The Black Death was catastrophe, but its aftermath quietly reshaped society. It weakened feudalism. It raised wages. It empowered common people. It transformed faith. It reminded humanity how precious life is. History often remembers disasters for what they destroyed. But sometimes, their greatest impact is what it forced the world to become. If this gave you a new way of seeing the past, thank you for watching. And if you're not yet subscribed, join us. Because sometimes the quiet aftermath is the most important part of the story.